Young Elder, your hood anchor man, Young News 9. You know what I'm saying? We tuning in. If you're just not tuning in, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We got to keep it going, man. We got some more breaking news for you, man. People are complaining about the relief package. They were supposed to get $1,800 and they only gave them $300. So people are complaining. And but we got more secret. We're gonna give people time to get in before we roll these clips, man. We got some clips for you that might be some devastating information as far as what's going on. Shout out T, man, for that information. We got some hot stuff we're gonna drop. Get him in here. Hey, this is gonna connect with a tape that me and Rod Hayes, shout out Cheap Pontiac, Skype ape at the Northgate. Me and Rod did a tape. You can find this tape in the Rod Hayes playlist called Organic Wars. Organic people on the land is where they use different natural disasters to steal our land and steal our try to steal our mineral rights. But to get into some of this stuff on what's going on here and why all of a sudden these floods everywhere is happening. And remember what happened to Katrina. Keep in mind, Katrina is one of the a heist. Katrina was a heist, and I'll break that down before I roll the clips. Before we go into what's happening now. Now, keep in mind, Katrina, they used the H project. We gotta say it like that. The H project that's in Alaska. You know about that, right? They heat the microwaves up in the atmosphere. They can it's pretty much a weapon. You people should already be up to speed on this thing, right? All right, so during Katrina, keep in mind the biggest Native American oil reserves is down in New Orleans of oil. What they did is they caused a hurricane for a distraction. Katrina was a distraction. And then while they was doing a hurricane, they had already kind of like horizontal drilled into this reserve tank. And then they act like if something blew and it became a spill and we got to clean the spill up. But they was really still in the oil because you got to keep in mind oil separate from water. So all they had to do is just pump a machine out there, pull the oil out the water, and then push the water back in there and separate the oil from the water. They got a machine that can separate oil from water. So they came in, did a horizontal drill because they do this. They like to do this, horizontal drills. A lot of Nubian brothers down in Sligo, Native American brothers who had their land, been having their land passed down for hundreds of years, found out they had natural gas on their land. But they come in and say, well, you don't got the mineral rights. Then they said, well, I don't got the mineral rights. What that mean? They didn't even know what that was, right? And then they said, well, you can't set up on my land, then steal my natural gas, right? So they say, oh, no problem. We don't got to set up on your land. They go across the street, rent the land out from a guy across the street, and then they run a horizontal drill underground sideways onto your land and suck off the mineral rights, suck off the natural gas down there in Sligo. They doing brothers like that now. Some of the brothers had their mineral rights, just so happened, and they down there millionaires now. You go down there now, the brothers used to be living in trailers. Now they done got them a big mansion built out there now. They came up, but the other brothers who got robbed of their mineral rights, they horizontal well them. Right? Meaning they put on this side of the road, drill underground sideways, and suck your natural gas and all off your land and water, whatever minerals you got under your land. So keep in mind about the mineral rights. That's coming up. That's very important. And like I say, we and Rod might come back and do a whole tape on that because it's in indigenous rights about the mineral rights, and it's in the galactical constitutional book about the planet poaching and people stealing the Native Americans or indigenous people mineral rights. You can't do that. It's galactical law. That's breaking galactical law. So keep in mind, I'm going to talk about Katrina because we're giving people time to get in, and then I'll show the clips and get you to what's going on now. What they did is they caused the Katrina, the hurricane, as a distraction using the H thing, in Alaska, and the hurricane was a distraction, and they horizontal well the reserves, and then they make it like, oh, it blew, it blew and leaked all out into the Gulf. So we got to go in there and clean it up. So BP oil spill and Obama and all them, they in together. You already know the breakdown for you people that they following Judge Joe Brown. He with BP oil spill, Goldman Sachs, and all of them, they in bed together, right? On this BP oil spill and Cheney. And keep in mind, with a nickname like Dick, what else do you expect? Like Dick Rowland, who did the people in Tulsa, which is the biggest oil reserves in the whole world. Let me repeat that. Oklahoma City, Cha-Ta Land, Washita Cha-Ta Land, is the biggest oil reserves in the world. I mean, it's the biggest oil spot in the world. It's the oil capital of the world, Oklahoma. Not no Saudi Arabia. And they come telling you about some Saudi Arabia and Iraq and all these other places. No, the biggest capital is in Oklahoma. Go look that up. That's our land. We the richest people in the world. We richer than the Arabs. They talking about some Dubai. Man, it's supposed to look way crazier than Dubai over here. We got more money. We got more mineral rights than Dubai ever can think about. I'm telling you, man. Oklahoma. Go look it up. And as I mentioned, I'm getting into the Katrina horizontal well. The horizontal well that caused it to blow a hole in it, and then let it leak out to the Gulf. And then they make like they make the government pay them to come in and clean it up. At the same time, they're gonna make billions of dollars. Because why? They gonna suck the oil out the water into their tanks on their big oil ships, and then push the water back in there and keep the oil and scrape crude oil. They suck straight crude oil, and then boom, they make off. They tanks go to another whole nother. They big old tankers that loaded all this oil up, stole their reserves, and then make off with a whole bunch of oil, acting like they cleaning up a spill. That's the game. That was the game. The biggest heist, the biggest oil heist in the world ever was Katrina. All right. Now we speeding up to now. They running the same program, but they're using a different. They coming out this other minerals. Now let's expose these clowns. Let's expose these clowns. Let me show you this clip, and then we're gonna talk about it. Watch this. Watch this, y'all. Let me show you this clip of this dude.
This flooding in North Carolina does not sit well with me. I think something's going on. So I decided to do some digging. So the first thing I find out is North Carolina has the richest deposits of lithium in the entire world. Yeah, lithium for like cars, batteries, all that. Then I find out they have the world's highest purity quartz deposits. And that quartz just so happens to be the world's supply for AI chips, microchips, and all kinds of stuff. We're talking a $530 billion industry. So this is where it gets interesting. So a company by the name of Piedmont Lithium is awaiting a state mining permit for a site in northern Gaston County. And Gaston County is completely flooded right now. The project was awaiting zoning approval because they were getting backlash from the residents and also city officials. And this lithium mine they want would be the third largest producer of lithium in the world. And they made a deal with Tesla already. Now remember the quartz? So in Spruce Pine, North Carolina, right next to Ashland, they are wanting to expand their mines even larger. And the residents aren't having it either. Enter the floods. People, these are mountain towns. It rarely, if not ever, floods in the mountains. I would know, I grew up in the mountains in Colorado, which means none of these people have flood insurance. I mean, the media is saying biblical devastation in North Carolina.
I mean, so you see what the game is now. That dude just laid the game out for you, and you see, okay, all right, they using organic wars to get these people off their land. The same storyline that happened in Avatar, the movie Avatar, where they wanted a certain type of mineral off these people's land, and they lived in this tree, big tree, and they started bombing these people and doing things to them to get them off their land so they can steal the minerals. So you see the game. This is the game, and them people don't got insurance, flood insurance, so they can't rebuild unless they got some money. So they had zoning issues. Now all of a sudden they get wiped out. Being down in New Orleans, like I was saying, during Katrina, they got out. All the projects got took down, and now they built condos. Those people took over that land and moved the natives off the land and built condos. This is about regenerification. This is about selling people minerals. This is about these people are crooks. These people have been heisting us. They've been using organic walls to make it like it's a natural disaster. And then the whole time they trying to steal some mineral right or steal some part of our land. They did my grandma like that. The Duprees, the DuPonts. And they try to kill my auntie, and they end up paying my auntie off like $6 million. And she made off with like $6 million for the land from the DuPonts. But they tried to assassinate her 3-4 times before they paid her. Right? Because my auntie didn't want to take the money. She wanted to keep the land. So what they did is because that's how they do, man. They really free grazers. We told you about these people in the Etruscan tapes, the Big Mama's Etruscan diary. They are free grazers. So they are Arabs. They roam about. They don't got no home, so they just take everybody else home, take everybody else mineral rights. They come to free graze off everybody else, right? So we told you about how they use these organic walls. This is nothing new. And if you go study the areas that they flooded in Florida, you'll probably find out, oh yeah, well, this right here is a reserve area for a certain type of new mineral that they're going to be using for the new types of vehicles or the new this, right? So keep him overstaying the game. Don't fool yourself. The hurricanes are a distraction. They are natural illusions to make you think that, oh yeah, these people really got hit. How you got a flood in the mountains? Water don't roll uphill. It is one spot in Germany where the gravity, if you put your car and you go to this spot, because shout out to Rock Will. Rock Will was telling me about this when he was stationed in Germany, that he can go to this spot with his dad and them. They can go to this spot on Germany and you can put your car in neutral and it'll go uphill instead of downhill. That's interesting. I'm about to do more research on that. Rock Will was telling me about that, but I guess it depends on the gravity field right there or something, right? But these people are trying to take these people land, and now how they gonna rebuild? They don't got flood insurance. So I bet you if you trace that guy that owned that company, he's some connection with the government because the government need those chips to create their new AI, to create the military is involved with it. See, that lithium, the military is involved with it. The military now is going and taking lithium because they got new technology they rolling out that requires this lithium. So that's why the military is involved with helping that guy out because Tesla is really a military contract, military complex. That's what they ain't telling you because they off-world already. Tesla is an off-world military complex. Like the cyber truck, which we're gonna talk about. We're gonna end up doing that Sunday night because we're trying to get more of the videos together for the show you what's going on with the cyber truck. Niggas think they doing something with that cyber truck, and that thing is dangerous. It's recording everything you say, everything you do in the cyber truck, and they can lock your ass in there. They can cut it off. We'll get into all that on the cyber truck tape. Cybertruck 2025, trapping out the Cybertruck. People think I'm gonna be talking about something, but I'm really gonna be talking about something else. But we have to bring this to you, man. They doing this, and they've been doing this. Nothing new. They've been doing this same type of thing. At first, like I say, they were using the firing squad on us, smallpox, some kind of bacteria or virus they use on us to wipe us out. And then, so germ warfare is a part of warfare. Like I said, the military is involved with this, which is why the hurricane is being used because they in control of it. The Navy or the Air Force is in control of the H project, and so the Air Force need that lithium for their drones, for all their robots they finna try to roll out on you. Because the Air Force been recruiting for the last about 7 to 8 years, been recruiting nothing but people they can work good on remote controls. What you think Call of Duty's about? They didn't create Call of Duty just for you to have fun on it. They created Call of Duty so they can recruit people. Because the new warfare is gonna be robots. Some kid sitting in a damn call center behind a computer, think he playing the game, but he really killing real people. I'm telling you, man, this is the game. And the AI is sitting there studying the algorithm. Little do you know really what algorithm is all about. Because algorithm is another word. It's a computer word for soul. Algorithm is a computer word for soul. Yeah, Young Ella told you. And rhythm is dealing with the soul. They tell you, oh, James Brown had soul because he had rhythm, and timing is dealing with timing, right? And so what the algorithm is to collect all the different personalities of the human. They think the computer, the AI, think that if it collects the algorithm, that it'll create its own soul. It can create a soul from collecting all the algorithms, meaning how humans respond to things, what humans like, what they don't like. It'll create a whole, because they say that emotions is not really what humans think it is. It's a rhythm, it's a timing, and that's partially right. That's what the computers say, but they're missing a part. They're missing a part. But the computers thinks if I control Facebook, Instagram, and I can collect all these personalities and all this information from their cameras, taking a picture of them every 10 seconds on the iPhone and recording everything and recording their frequencies and recording their algorithm. And then the computer think that once they get to a certain amount of certain point where it start, well, a lot of the stuff start to overlap, meaning that, okay, we already got that filed. Okay, that personality we already got filed. Like we got all these personalities filed, and we haven't seen a new personality come up in the last 2 or 3 years. So therefore, we have a complete study of the algorithm. Therefore, we have a soul. We have a soul. The computers gonna think it got a soul. Then I'm telling you, man, the AI. But like I say, this is another heist, and now you got Kamala Harris. Like I said, coming out, they promised these people a lot of relief, and they ain't get. They said, hey, "Oh, we're gonna give them $1,800," but now they go check their pocketbook because America's broke. United States corpse, should I say? United States corpse is broke, and really, FEMA shouldn't have nothing. FEMA don't suppose they really had nothing to do with the U.S. corpse. FEMA's supposed to be relief for the indigenous people when the switch happened, but they I don't know what's going on with it with the Kamala care package, and her supposed to be sending 1,800 or 2,000 to these people, and now these people on $300 ain't gonna last them 2 or 3 days, especially with the price of the economy now. How much food can they buy, and how much gas or whatever they need can they buy with $300-400? You know what I'm saying? It's all a game. The government is full of crap, and I think that this is all hype to lean you more towards Trump. They beating down Kamala as far as the care package to lean you towards Trump, right? And at the same time, it's all a puppet show because they want to lean towards Trump because Trump is closing out the contract of United States corps. That's what it's all about. And it's knights versus clowns. We got to stay out their way. Donald Trump is the knight, right? So and the niggas that's shooting at them is the clowns. Who the clowns work for? Who hat they got on? Who had the killer clowns be wearing? And who had do the killer clowns be wearing? The Moors, the dirty Moors, who we claimed we got all their fezzes in the George Washington Memorial, including Ben York's fez. We got Ben York fez up in there too, in the George Washington Memorial, because we bumped them all for their fez. And I got one of their fezzes I bumped them for. I bumped the Dallas potentate for his fez. Yeah, because we in Dallas district. That's my Dallas is my jurisdiction now. I bumped him, and I can show you his head. I got his head. I already showed everybody a long time ago. I got his head, right? So I bumped him for his fizz. Watch me knock him, bump him for his fizz. Crooked man walking because we crippin'. You know what I'm saying? Niggas say, "Oh, he got the red on." Nigga, I wear what color I want. I'm a grown ass man, nigga. But hey, we with the blue house, and I'm with the red house too, though. Cause I be with my treetop tribes, my Pirus, my treetops, you know what I'm saying? Cause blood thicker than water. You know what I'm saying? But all the outlaws tribes on the land, we will be giving you the information you need, because y'all gonna be sprung into action once the split happen. Once the switch happen, y'all gonna be sprung into action. to protect us from the tyranny who are gonna be they what they call cells. That's gonna be the last move they got is to activate the cells, and the cells are gonna be doing random mass shootings, and we're gonna have to be able to identify these cells and eliminate them, and then boom, that'll make the switch happen faster. But they're gonna try to cause chaos. Keep in mind, their whole game plan is order out of chaos, right? So they last move as when Donald Trump, they're gonna try to keep on hit this on. Don't worry. They say they already made a third attempt on him, but you're gonna be a fourth. They're gonna keep trying to get him till they get him, right? And they already put they prophecy out in they move they little cartoon called the Simpsons, right? But the guys that want the guys that own this, the dirty moors, because they getting put out of business. They really much getting put out of business. And Donald Trump closing the contract. So you're gonna keep in mind, you're gonna see they're gonna try to activate the last move is to activate these cells, these Manchurian candidates. And they already been programmed already. They already been MK Ultra already. And all they gotta do, they already got a key word or a key sound that they're going to emit through the TVs and the phones that like they already got it, been practicing on it. You know, every now and then you get this alert and they go, it makes a noise, right? Well, when the cells get activated, they got a certain sound that they gonna emit from all these devices. And when they emit that sound, they gonna just automatically like turn into something else, and they gonna start just trying to start killing people. And it's gonna be crazy because they got like Mark Brady used to tell us, they got a computer system that can control the mind where they can type in, they can zoom in, lock into your frequencies on the satellite and type in "dance like a chicken," and your ass will start dancing and barking like a chicken. And you don't, and people looking at you like you crazy. They don't know what the hell is going on. But at the same time, they got this technology from Ashtar Command. Because a lot of the stuff they're telling you, they ain't in bed with Ashtar Command, but a lot of stuff Ashtar Command really would regret giving shit to them because they didn't know that these people, everything they get from the extraterrestrials, they take and try to figure out how to make a weapon out of it. These guys. They don't know who they was dealing with. But organic wars on the land, organic wars, organic people on the land, that tape me and Rod put out in the Rod Hayes playlist. You can go check that out. It goes to the more detail on how they use this type of tactics to try to steal the mineral rights and push people off their land. And like old boy just told you, those people don't even got flood insurance in the mountains. How the hell did it flood in the mountains? You know what I'm saying? It ain't making no sense. Yeah, U.S. is broke. So Kamala don't got no. They can't. When they went to look, they said that out loud before they checked their pocketbook. So they went out and said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna send them $1,800 for relief. We're gonna get them. We're gonna get you lined out. Don't worry, we're gonna take care of you. The government gonna take care of you." Told you the government don't depend on the government nowadays. Everything what you think, it ain't what it think. Don't wean yourself off the government because they're gonna leave you hanging, people. Then I tell people that I just said that like on a tape I just put out called "Wean Yourself Off the Government." Now these people are waiting on government assistance and the government ain't giving them jack for $200-300. Now, man, you go to the store, that's gonna last you 2-3 days. After that, what you gonna do? And so half of these people don't got no flood insurance. Half of these people, their jobs are out, so they ain't getting paid. Your job, they might give you some jobs do pay what they call is it disaster relief? I think Walmart do that too. Walmart do disaster relief. Some jobs might pay disaster relief, but not every job do that. Well, if they don't got no money saved up, this and that, man. And so now them people is really out bad, and they ain't really showing too much on the news or what it really looked like down there. Man, it looked bad in Florida. I seen what Florida looked like. Florida looked like Katrina in some areas. Hey man, look, that's gonna be a while, man, because we ain't going out in public right now until we get especially after we done bumped them. And look, the killer clowns, just stay tuned, man. Stay on alert. Keep your head on a swivel, right? Don't get caught out when these cells get activated and you be at that spot where they gonna be at, and then boom, you gotta stay scrapped, my friend. Stay scrapped. Stay high and alert. Stay aware. Stay alert because it's coming up. I think it's gonna be that they're gonna try to activate these cells next year, sometime next year, maybe January, maybe May Day. May 25th. I mean May 1st, 2005. They going some kind of way they going that's their last move to activate those seals. You see Diddy going down. Everybody's going down. Anybody that was doing with the righteous is going down now. You can see it. Anybody that was with Diddy, and then we're gonna do a tape call about Diddy's girlfriend Kim Porter because they released that book, and they said the stuff that's in that book, man, you ain't gonna believe it. So we're doing a whole review on that book, probably on Sunday night. On and then they saying that Al B. Shore is won the investigation on Kim Porter's death. They saying that Diddy allegedly had something to do with her death. They actually doing it live on that right now. Yeah, the Splinter cells. Keep in mind about the Splinter cells. They are Manchurian candidates that are trained to when they hear a certain word or frequency, they're gonna activate. Just like the dude that shot the woman that said in the name of Jesus or whatever that just happened. Sandra, whatever her name is. No, what her name was Sandra. It was Raw did a tape on it. Massey, I think is what her name was. Sandra Massey, I think that was her name. But he was a Manchurian candidate. The guy that killed Tamir Rice, who was the returner Emmett Till, he was a Manchurian candidate. The guy that Zimmerman, he was a Manchurian. All these guys are Manchurian candidates. But imagine 100,000 Manchurian candidates being activated like that at one time, off of a sound or frequency being emitted through the overcome or through all these devices. And they, like I say, they already got that sound already implemented. They send an missing child alert, and it sends us if you don't got your phone on silent, right? And it's a sound like that that's gonna activate these splinter cells. That's their last move. And so what I'm telling the outlaw tribes, like my Pyrus, my Crips, and when I say Crip, I'm talking about all the tribes, the Crip tribes. You got 5 Deuce, East Coast, all y'all. Be ready on the land to protect the people because from these splinter cells. They're gonna be activated by the Manchurian candidates, and a lot of them gonna be foreigners that don't give a damn about Americans. And this is for you so-called whites, because y'all ain't white. We just put that out, right? America is one people. So this ain't gonna be about the American people. The splinter cells not gonna even be from America. They from Russia and other places, and they coming in right now. That's what the immigrants thing is all about. They really splinter cells. You don't know that they've been getting trained in Mexico for the last maybe like 5, maybe 10 years. They've been getting trained in Mexico for 10 years, and their job was go watch a movie called The Act of Valerie. On the Act of Valerie, a Russian dude trained his own military. And he scrapped them all with bombs, and they were gonna use the underground tunnels to come in America that the Mexicans dug, and they were gonna show up at all the main events and have these vests on that can't be detected by metal detectors, and they were gonna explode them. So it's the same thing. They recruited all these guys as Manchurian candidates, set up a camp in Central America and South America and started training them, and then they start pumping them in here as immigrants, under the disguise as immigrants, and they really are immigrants, but then they splinter cells that can be activated with a certain frequency and sound. So we hope this information get out and across the land to people of what's happening on the land. It's just a report from Chief Black Eagle. Free Chief Black Eagle, Thunderbird. That's one of our chiefs for the Yamasi, Dr. Malachi York, right? I'm Chief Black Hawk. Right, and we were broadcasted live from the belly of the beast on the land, man. Giving you an update on the land, and we'll be back Sunday, man. We're taking the rest of the day off till tomorrow night for our family tradition, right? And we got to get up out of here, man. We'll be back. We got more coming for you. If you're just not coming in, man, you may want to roll it back to the front of that video and watch that clip we play of what the guy said about North Carolina, about it's the largest deposit, like the second largest in the world deposit of lithium, and all of a sudden, boom, they get hit in the mountains with a hurricane, just like what happened in Katrina, right? So we about to get up out of here, man. Peace and love. You want to show us some love? If you want to show us some love on the Cash App, I'm gonna drop it in the link. So like I say, if you hadn't got those 8 books by the Young Elder, you're gonna get those 8 books. We're letting those 8 books go for $40 donation to the Cash App, and email the cash for $40 to the Cash App or PayPal, and make sure you leave your emails in the little links, and we'll send your book right over, right? So we better get up out of here, man. Stay tuned. Young TV, right? Young, your anchor man, signing out. Wadu.